prayers to water damage that nearly wiped out all of my footage, this trip has kept us on our toes. This is Summer of Sea Part 2. We spent a few weeks in the Dominican Republic, not just vacationing, but reconnecting. We stayed in La Zona Colonial, where we walked along the first paved streets in the Americas, danced barefoot to Hector Lavoe echoing from the Colmado speaker. I caught up with college friends and met with my childhood bestie. And I even ran into some of you doing your own version of Summer of Sea. We took a boat to an island off the southern coast, swam in the clear waters while Romeo Santos blasted from a nearby boat. We also went back to where my family was raised and where we spent our summers as kids. When I started this series, I shared something my late father once said. I never imagined my own grandkids wouldn't speak my language. This is my way of making sure they do. This one is packed with my go-to coffee shops, restaurants, and favorite places to explore. This is the final installment of Summer of Sea, a story about language, legacy, and everything in between. Hello. Welcome to the next installment of Summer of Sea. We are in the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo, with the family, staying at the our next Airbnb in La Zona Colonial. Little background, if you don't know, we are here for about 2.5 weeks. Bella's going, my 3-year-old is going to summer camp here because I wanted her to be fully immersed in the culture and learn the language and the way of life here. And if you haven't seen my other vlogs, we've driven all over and stayed all over the country. Yeah, so this is our last stop in the colonial zone at a house that we've stayed in a couple of times already, and it's one of my favorite places. All right, now we're waiting on the rest of my family to arrive. We invited my aunt, my uncle, my cousin, a friend of the family. I think there's someone here now. I see outside of the door. And a couple other people. A smaller group of us is gonna go to a restaurant tonight. So we're gonna be going to that at 9 o'clock. But between now and then, I actually have to go to the store and get a micro SD card, a very specific one that this camera requires. So we'll be doing that in a little bit. And the kids will probably get in the pool because they love to do that. I gotta see who is here, because I swear. Oh! Hola. Yo dije, pero parece que alguien está parado afuera. Hola. Which means I'm already running late. We are getting ready to go to a restaurant that I've actually been wanting to go to for a pretty long time. And our reservation is actually at 9 o'clock and it's about 20 minutes away. So a few of us are going and we're gonna go have some dinner. It should be a really good time. So I'm putting like a full face of makeup on for the first time in my 10 days here, maybe. And yeah, I mean, I'm hoping it's not so hot outside because sometimes the heat and the humidity, specifically the humidity, is unbearable. But I'm thinking it'll be decent by DR standards. So I should be fine. What am I looking for? Wait, where's my makeup? One second. I left my makeup in my mom's house. which is about 20 minutes from here, which means, oh, my heart is broken. Because I really, oh my gosh. I really wanted to put on a full face of makeup. So I think I'm just gonna put on foundation. This trip has been, it's been something else. So I have to figure out what I can work with. I have foundation here, so at least I can like kind of do something to my face. Otherwise, all right, I did what I could with some foundation, some concealer, but no setting powder, so I used blush as my setting powder. I had some blush, an eyebrow pencil. You can see it better this way. An eyebrow pencil and no mascara. That's pretty much it. Oh, and contour, so I'm doing what I can. All right, this is the fit. Putting on some perfume. Coco Mademoiselle from Chanel. Sometimes I like this perfume, other times, I don't know, I want it to be sweeter, but it gets the job done. I really wanted to try this for the first time. It's from Ilia, it's a green eyeshadow stick. I feel like it would be really pretty. Let's see what it looks like here. This could go left, but it could also work. It's very pigmented, which I like. This is what it looks like. Honestly, it's not doing too much considering the base I have going on. It just doesn't stand out as much as I would like, but it gets the job done. So I think we're good. What do you think about this purse? No, right? I should probably do you know what? It's too casual. 1 second. Okay. This one is a little big, but I think it matches.
It matches with your shoes?
Yeah. So we are at another restaurant. I heard good things about it. I'm not sure what neighborhood it's in, but I've heard really good things about it. So we'll see. Actually went to sleep a couple hours ago. It's like 12:30 in the morning. Oh, Fabian is here too. Knocked out. Okay, day one here is a wrap. I actually thought I was gonna be leaving DR like 3 days early because I was up for this brand shoot with a company, like a telecommunications company in LA. We were negotiating and we ended up not aligning on the budget, but I'm actually kind of happy because we get to stay here through, I think Thursday is when I'm leaving instead of what would have been Monday. But yeah, it's a wrap to night one in La Zona Colonial. We'll see you tomorrow. It's actually a little later in the morning because I slept in, but took a shower, got dressed, did my hair for the first time since I got to DR. Has it been 2 weeks? 2 weeks ago, yeah. I'm actually gonna go get my eyebrows threaded here in the Colonial Zone because they are looking rough. I'm actually due for a pedicure and a manicure, so I don't know if I'll have the time to do it. That's the only thing. It's a lot of time to just kind of sit out, but we'll see. Maybe tomorrow when the girls are in camp. So anyway, the plan today is meeting up with a couple of my girlfriends. So they're actually my college friends that I haven't seen basically since college. One of them I saw a few years later, but one of them moved here. I have to ask her why. I've been waiting for us to meet in person so that I can ask her. She's actually Dominican born, but went to Puerto Rico very young and was raised there, and then went to school in the college in the States, and that's where I met her. I met her at Kent State University. And then my other friend, she is also Dominican. I think she just happens to be here for, I'm not sure how long, but visiting. So I'll be meeting up with them at like 2 o'clock today at a nearby restaurant. One of the perfumes I've been wearing a lot during my time here is, especially when it's just a casual day, it's Clean Reserve's scent called Skin. And it's exactly what the name says. It just smells very natural, very, I wouldn't say light. Light in the sense that it's not overpowering and it just seems like you naturally smell very, very good. And you'll definitely notice it. I love it. Highly recommend. So we are fed, dressed. We're not quite awake yet because I need some coffee. But we're gonna go get some coffee, get our eyebrows threaded, get some ice cream for the kids. And then there's like this trampoline park apparently nearby here that we're gonna take the kids to. Scratch that, we decided to come to the mall instead. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but we decided to come to the mall instead. And then they're gonna go to the trampoline thing later. Hello.
Hello. You're going to eat the whole thing.
What? Bella, did you have ice cream? Yeah. Was it good? Mira, Bella, mira. Dile gracias. Alright, I'm about to get ready to meet up with my girlfriends. Turns out it's a lot closer than I thought it would be. The restaurant we're going to, it's called Buche Perico. I swear I've been wanting to go to that restaurant. I think it's one of the ones that I had on my list for a pretty long time. So I'm excited to check out the restaurant, to see them after, gosh, I think it's been 10, 15 years. Which is so crazy to say, to be able to just say that you haven't seen people or done something in more than 15 years is, oh child, I feel old. But yeah, it should be a really good time. I'm excited. This is also my first time putting on a full face of makeup. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I realized last minute after I took off my makeup that I did not bring my makeup here to this Airbnb. I have it now. So anyway, I'm doing a full face. Don't mind me doing this so fast, it's just that I'm in a rush. I usually wear, to set my makeup, the Charlotte Tilbury, I forget what the name of the makeup, or the setting spray is, but it's their most popular setting spray. I usually do that to kind of melt everything together. And then I like superset it with the One Size waterproof setting spray. And it does an incredible job helping the makeup stay put, especially when it's hot and humid outside and you're sweating. And of course, if, you know, it's raining. I haven't tried it yet under rain, but I hear that's what Beyonce had at one of her concerts when it was I was actually at that concert. It was pouring rain and her makeup stayed put, honey. So everybody was wondering what the heck was she wearing? And it was the One Size waterproof. Her makeup artist said it, I forgot his name, but he said it was the One Size waterproof setting spray. Point is, I don't have it because I ran out and I had a travel size. I also just didn't really expect to use it here because I typically just give up on my makeup. But the little bit that I had showed me that it does in fact work wonders. So if you plan on going to, I don't know, going through any of those weather conditions, Highly recommend it. It's very good. Wish I had it. The final look. This is my first full face in DR in like years. But I gotta run per usual to meet up with my girlfriends. I'm so excited. I'm also kind of like, strangely enough, a little nervous. I don't know why, but I'm super excited. Okay, ahora regreso. Alrighty, bye. It is so hot. I'm nervous about not having my waterproof spray and setting spray on. Hopefully I look the same by the time I get to the restaurant. Oh my God! Hola! ¿Cómo te llamas?
Naeli.
Oh my God! Oh. Hello! Pero qué sorpresa, dude.
I know. That's your time.
We had like 15 years kind of, pretty much, to catch up on, even though she was at my wedding. This girl just disappeared, so I had to track her down. I came to DR to find her. That's how much I love her.
How what are they? Oh my God!
Wait, so she is, why are you here?
I'm here because we want kids to have an incredible summer where they were immersed in the culture, spoke Spanish, got bit by mosquitoes, drank some tea. I just like felt like they were part of this beautiful environment.
And she's really my twin because her name is
Jeanette.
There you go. Eventful, joyous day. Now it's time to go to sleep. It's actually later than I would like it to be. It's 11:40 at night. And this girl is still awake. And we gotta wake up at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow for summer camp. She has 3 more days in summer camp. And then we head back to the States. We're actually going, I don't know if we're going to DC or Chicago. I gotta check my plane ticket. We might be going to Chicago. I think I just wanted to get it over with. So anyway, wrapped up the day. Tomorrow we're back on the grind. And yeah, slowly wind down our time here in DR, which feels really bittersweet. Like the nearly 3 weeks wrapped up so quickly. So anyway, there's a few things we have to do tomorrow. Bye, see you later. There's a few things we have to do tomorrow, visit a few places, so the fun and the busyness isn't over yet, but good night. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. a few, this might be the only actually quiet morning I've had at home, getting some work done. So it's much needed. But yeah, it's our last day at this Airbnb. Checkout is in about an hour actually, which I'm kind of bummed about because I love this Airbnb. But I have a friend, my best friend, Izzy, who's coming in about 10 minutes. She also happens to be in the country around this time. It's so crazy how it's aligned with so many of my friends' schedules. My photographer, who does all of my pictures, if you go on my social media, you'll see his pictures. He's also here with his brother. I think he's in Punta Cana, but he's supposed to be coming down to Santo Domingo. So anyway, you'll see her arriving here in just a bit. And then I'm gonna wrap up. I'm actually getting some work done for a brand. I have to turn in a concept for a brand. I think that's all the time sensitive stuff I have to. But good morning so far. Hola. This is my best friend of how many years? At this point, we're on like 17 years. 17, 18 years. We're sisters, just different fathers.
Slightly different.
She does have a name. Her name is Izzy, and we met in high school.
High school.
It's junior year.
Sorry, junior year. That's what I meant.
And she's actually from here. She was born and raised in the Dominican Republic and moved.
But at this point, you're more Dominican than I am.
Oh my gosh.
You used to come here. At this point, that's what
I guess I do come more often.
You
but
do teach
at the
me
end of the
more
day,
about
she's more
Dominican
Dominican. So anyway, she's staying here in La Zona Colonial with her boyfriend Tom and her daughter and her mom
Presley.
And yeah, her daughter Presley. Presley, you don't like the camera, right?
She's not camera shy.
Okay, you can say hi. She say hi. Doesn't she look fly, y'all? Can you tell her mom is a stylist? But that's all Presley, though, right?
That's all her.
That's
I
all
can't take credit for
that. It just runs in the family at this point. Good morning. We are in Bayahibe, which is a little over an hour and a half, maybe an hour, 40 minutes away from Santo Domingo. It's right on the coast. So I would say it's almost like the halfway point between Punta Cana and here. Pretty much. Which is why a lot of tourists come this way. So the reason why we like Bayahibe, it's a fishing town. It's very quaint. It's still a bit of a hidden gem. And it's super colorful. It's still kind of true to its roots. It hasn't been super commercialized or taken over by tourists. And a lot of people come here for the shops, for the water, like turquoise, beautiful beach. A lot of people also go to Isla Saona. It's an island right off the coast of Bayahibe. So anyway, that's actually where we're going today. It should be a lot of fun. The kids are in camp, 2 of them. We still have one, my sister's daughter, Anaya. Yeah, it should be a fun night. Do not ask me why I have on a full face of makeup for the beach. I was not fully informed about what we were getting into. So I have a full beat and I'm about to get into the ocean.
stopped. Where is this? Is this is Lake Saona.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wait, this is Isla Sajona though, right?
Yeah,
We're just
this
going
is
to Saona.
It's all Isla Saona, but it's always a little quieter. Over there, it's more music, people more alive.
So we're going to a different part of the island. I am looking for someone to wash my face and get in the water and wet my hair because I didn't know we were doing all this, but I'd love to get into the water because it feels amazing. This might be the best piña colada I ever.
Familia, acá lo que estoy aquí con mi hermanito Andrés, tú me entiendes, y es un gángster, ya el oceador aquí, tú sabes, y anda con la familia bonito, que Dios le bendiga a ustedes. Brr, brr, brr.
So we're gonna use dish soap to wash my face. I'm gonna like use just like a little bit, like that. All right, here we go. Okay. I think I got it.
Bien dominicana que se ve ella.
I got in the ocean. It's like the first time I've gotten in, I'm ashamed to say, in maybe more than 10 years. Because when I was in the news business, I always had this paranoia about like making sure that I was camera ready when I got back. So even if I had a salon appointment, I'd be nervous that like my stylist would have to cancel because of some kind of emergency or whatever. And we couldn't go on air if our hair was curly. Like if our hair was not just not curly, it had to be like camera ready, done, styled, sleek, all of it by the time we hit the air, or you would not go on air. So I just didn't even bother. Like I didn't do the braids, I didn't wet my weaves, I didn't do any of that because it just wasn't worth the risk. And I didn't realize how much that still kind of lingers, even though I'm not in the news business anymore. Like I had to kind of remind myself, oh, I can get my hair wet, I can have my hair curly, I can not be camera ready and no one's gonna reprimand me. So it's just funny how that kind of stuff hangs around without you even knowing it. All that to say, really refreshing in more ways than one. Yeah, really nice. I'm glad I got it. I'm glad I washed my makeup off with dish soap. It looks like the motor died on another boat, so we're going to be coming on ours.
Los chalecos para la dama cuando monten. ¿Dónde están los chalecos que yo llevo? Los felices para esta yola, los felices, los amargados para aquella, por favor.
Andres, always the popular kid. Okay. Whew. Thank you. We gotta get up these rocks. I want to make sure my mom makes it. Let me see. Ven por aquí mejor. ¿Tú vas a poder? Okay. All right, we made it back. Ajá, ¿y si yo estoy paniquea?
Paniquea con la cámara.
Wednesday. We actually leave tomorrow, but we're here at the mall to go to the salon because I have an event this week at Robert's dad's 65th birthday. So anyway, we're doing a little shopping, then going to the salon and a couple of other errands today, and then wrap up the trip. But look how cute this store is. I just added more time, and she is already done. And I've been under for about an hour. I just added 20 more minutes. She's been sitting here for about 10 minutes. Okay, hair is done. It took about 2.5 hours, mostly because of me. My mom has been done. Day of camp, how do we feel?
Good.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
Bella, did you have fun?
Yeah.
There you go. Money well spent. Awesome.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. We are headed to Villa Consuelo, which is in Santo Domingo, where mommy you grew up, or you grew up in Villa Juana. But there are neighborhoods in La Capital, and my mom grew up in Villa Juana. My sister and I would visit my grandmother in Villa Consuelo, and that's where we would stay for most of the summer. Like, that was our home base, and then we would bounce around to San Isidro, where my dad was, and other neighborhoods where like my cousins were and that type of thing. But anyway, so we're gonna go there, then get something to eat to kind of officially wrap up here and go home and pack to fly out tomorrow. Villa Juana, no, Villa Consuelo, and we're gonna show you where we used to come visit my grandmother and stay for the summer. This is her building right there, and this little, you'll notice this little, I don't know, maybe like squared off area right in the front is where we used to kind of hang out and talk. In fact, speaking of hanging out, we used to sit on that, I don't know, utility box and just hang out here and talk and catch up as kids. We were like 11 or, gosh, I'm trying to think, like 11 or 12. So we would walk in through here. All right, so you come up this way, and I don't remember what floor she was on, but these are the steps that we would go up. Oop, it's raining. And her apartment was right up these halls. It's always been pretty dark. Sí. She was on the 3rd floor. Right here, right? Oh, so where was she? Oh, she was right there.
Yes.
So this was her apartment right here. And this is kind of what it looks
Doña
like.
Colaza.
¿Están haciendo qué? Ay, perdón.
No, está bien.
That's her old neighbor. That is it. We are going to, what's it called?
El Vizcaya.
El Vizcaya. Desde 1955. 20 años antes de mami nacer. So wait, what's so good about this restaurant?
Well, it's been here for a long time.
It's a
respected.
classic.
It's
It's a pillar in the community.
It's been all the singers. Everybody knows about the restaurant.
Todos mis amigos me han traído.
And all of Mommy's
And
friends.
the food, it's been the bomb since 1955.
There you go. All right. I'm going to give the final word, and I'm going to let you know if you should visit here.
Hey,
when you come
when
to
have
Santo
your cousin?
Domingo.
When have your cousin bring you to like the?
This is true. He's got a good track record.
I know your taste, baby.
All right, it's about to rain. Huépale. Bella, you made it. It was raining. Today is the day. We are headed to Punta Cana. We're actually flying out of Punta Cana instead of Santo Domingo, which is the airport I usually fly into, because it's like 30 minutes from the house. Punta Cana is like 2.5 hours or 2 hours. But that was the only way I could get a direct flight. And I have a confession to make. Bella terrifies me when it's just us flying, just she and I. It's funny, like outside of flying, she behaves the best with me, but like between Robert and me. When it comes to flying, she'll knock out with Robert, she will act up with me. So I get nervous. I have a little bit of anxiety right now. But fingers crossed that it's a smooth trip, especially since it is a direct flight. There's no connecting. We were gonna connect in Miami for a couple of hours, but between all of the suitcases that you have to transfer from one flight to another, it would have been too much. So hopefully this is smoother. Already started. We're at security. There's people behind us. I'm putting the stroller in the, whatever scanner thing. And she insists on taking her shoes off. There are people behind us. She throws herself on the floor. But that's okay. We're just gonna say that the worst is out of the way and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing, I think. Not gonna lie, this was an exhausting flight. She was mostly fine. It's just antsy the whole time and kind of on the verge of getting loud. So that was kind of exhausting. I'm tired. Luckily, this is going fast. Bella, ¿dónde está papi? ¿A dónde está papi? ¿A dónde está? Papi, ahí. ¿A dónde? Enséñame. ¿Ahí? Yeah. Bella!
Oh, you don't want to go home, do you? You don't want to go home, do you?
Bella!
Huh?
Bella, who's that?
Puppy.
That's Bobby. This is the longest. This is the longest we've been away from each other.
I know, ever. Besides Philly, huh?
Well, no, we weren't away from each other for 3 weeks at a time.
There was some little spurt.
I didn't record the moment we saw each other, so we're gonna have to redo it.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
And really try to reenact.
Mwah. All right, come on, let's continue to see. Come on, let's go.
She is done. She couldn't do that on the plane, because why would she, right? Let's wait till after the 4-hour flight and knock out in the car. So, all right. Home sweet Alabama. Home. We're actually about to watch a movie because, are we gonna watch a movie? Yeah, we should. The reason why is because we're actually flying out. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I think I mentioned this. We're flying out to Chicago tomorrow, late morning, thankfully. So I need to pack. I need to open up a few packages. So I can't really reveal too many details on this, but I'm doing a collab with a beauty brand. I'll say that. So anyway, some samples came in today, and I need to like open up a bunch of boxes and see where it is so that I can take it with me to Chicago and test it out over the weekend and give them feedback on Monday. Blah, blah, blah. And then in a second, once I settle in, I'm going to share my thoughts on my 3 weeks in the Dominican Republic. What I like, what I didn't like, what I do differently, that type of thing. So, dame un segundito. Okay, so wrapping up our 3 weeks in DR, my thoughts. First off, it flew by. Like, I can't believe we were there. I cannot believe we were there for 3 weeks. But it was exciting, it was exhausting, it was spontaneous. Even though we planned a lot of it, there was so much of it that was just kind of spontaneous and going with the vibe and adjusting as we went, especially with DR. You know, the traffic is crazy, especially in the capital, and sometimes things don't go as planned, or you're running behind schedule and there's so many moving parts, but it's interesting because when you're there, you realize it's not a big deal. Like, there's this acceptance of stuff happens, and if you've done everything you can and it still didn't go as planned, that's life, and go with the flow and make the best of plan B, or no plan at all. That was a refreshing kind of perspective on just day to day and schedules and itineraries and that type of thing. Another thing, so I've talked about how, or maybe I actually haven't talked about it on YouTube, but how I've been to DR. My sister and I used to go every summer growing up for about 3 months, or the length of our summer vacation for a few years actually. And we never went to camp, so it was never really structured in that sense. And we loved it, right? Like, we would be, the things that we would get into at that age with our cousins. There were many times, I think a lot of us can say this, where there was very little adult supervision. And it was the best time. And so it was nice to see my daughter get to experience just being out and hot and sweaty, and it's humid, and you're eating mangoes and limoncillo, and you're just out enjoying nature, and it's very unstructured, and it's not even like a playground. Like, it's like the open backyard of your uncle's apartment complex. And for her to have such a great time, and seeing her use her imagination more so than I ever have, because there isn't an actual playground, there aren't actual toys, it's just outside. And seeing her play with her cousins, and the language barrier not being an issue because she's been in Spanish immersion here. But even for my other nieces, where they don't speak as much Spanish. Seeing kids not pay that any mind and they just found a way to communicate with each other was really cool to see. Now for Bella, what she did experience that I didn't experience was summer camp. And that structure, milking the cows, riding horses, getting in the river, playing, there was just so, I think they cooked, they were gardening, they were doing a bunch of stuff, like actual activities that my sister and I didn't really get to do. And it was, very organized. So things I would do differently. I'd probably have a little more structure in terms of work. Like I think I could have done a better job of carving out time to get work done, mostly because internet is just a challenge there, especially when, you're coming in with, you don't have a local phone, right? So like your internet's slower. That was frustrating. And so I just fell behind on a lot of work that I had to try to make up for at night. So it made the days feel longer when it came to getting work done. So moving forward, I think what I would do is probably be very clear with my family that I have work hours from whatever time to whatever time where I have to go to a coffee shop with good internet and just focus on that alone. I was trying to do stuff in the car at like a family member's house and it just didn't, that was just not sustainable. So I would probably do a better job of that. What else? I don't know that I would do much different. It all went according to plan, and what didn't ended up being even better. This is the first time as an adult that I really got to settle in. Like I found my favorite coffee shops, my favorite shopping places. That was really cool. So I got to see DR through a different lens. I think my dad would be proud. So I would absolutely do it again. I plan on being back next year. My sister also plans on being back next year. My other 2 siblings who have several kids of their own would like to be a part of this. So I would say it was a success. Exhausting, but in all the best ways. Summer of Sea was a success. You would say so, right?
Are you tracking or are you talking into the camera or?
I'm talking into the camera, but I'm like so exhausted. I'm like looking.
You were like, Summer of Sea?
I'm like delirious. I'm so exhausted. So tomorrow we're flying out to Chicago. I'm gonna do some packing tonight, open up some boxes, and I plan on showing our trip to Chicago. It's a bit of a long weekend for Robert's dad's 65th birthday. I think I mentioned that several times. I'll be sharing our trip there and all the fun places we go to. There's a really, really good jazz spot that I'm hoping we can go to a second time. We usually stay at Nobu. We're staying at a different hotel this time that I hope we really like because Nobu was sold out. There's something going on in Chicago this weekend. I'm not sure what it is, but all the places are booked. So anyway, I hope you tag along for the next one. And yeah, good night.